People think working out and fitness and physical training it's all physical. No, that's the byproduct of what happens in your mind. My main focus and the reason why I started working out is because of football. It was my sophomore year in high school. I remember I was 15, turning 16 years old. Around my height, maybe 5'11", a little bit shorter, but 135 pounds or so, 140 pounds. So I was very skinny. I was an explosive kid, but I was underweight for football. And me being underweight, coaches were constantly telling me, you got to put on weight, you got to put on weight, you got to put on weight. So that was my message for the first few months of working out. Really changed my body to one, perform better on the field, but also have more confidence off the field. I started working out, running track, playing football throughout high school, and my journey was amazing. I read different articles online on how to train and how to gain weight. And it was not until my freshman year in college, when I was working out at a 24-hour fitness, I met Mike Macklin. I ran into him because at the time, I had purchased the same bands that he helped design.
Lo and behold, I walk in one day and there's this kid who was clearly fit, using the bands. And so you could tell he was very, I would say, experimental with his training because he was doing them in ways that I hadn't even thought of using them. He was using them with pull-ups. He was attaching them pretty much, he looked like Spider-Man in there. And they happen to be body elastics bands, not necessarily ours, but part of the kits that I helped develop was the kit that he was using. Of course, me and my bands, it just kind of, well, you use the bands, I use the bands. So it really established us to kind of run into one another, and we just got talking. And I realized, I believe he was still in high school back then. I think it was either his senior year, because he hadn't gone to college yet, but he was a football guy. So he played wide receiver, and he was really training, I think, to try and progress himself into the college level. So we just got talking about some things, and clearly there was some type of a connection based on our fitness goals. And we just kind of hit it off. And I think during that time, he and I started doing some work together. I think that summer, I obviously needed a videographer. I think the guy who I was using before, he kind of, bailed on me. So I was back to shooting things on my own. And so Kevin really, adopted that role for a short period of time before he went off to college. So he and I would actually shoot in my garage of my house. We would do a bunch of videos, and then we would actually shoot with JYM during that time. So a lot of the fitness videos that we're still doing at the magazine and things we're doing for JYM's own website, we started using Kevin for. So he really got himself versed in content and how to edit appropriately based on JYM's style of shooting as well as mine. Once JYM and I figured out that we were going to go ahead and start the brand, the JYM brand, it just became a natural thing that we wanted Kevin to be our videographer. So Kevin would always come down, and I think he shot many of the first videos in JYM's pool house, where he would see how that unfolded. So it was really just myself and Kevin. We'd go down in JYM's pool house. JYM and I would have a conversation. Kevin would be sitting there kind of listening, and he would see the frustration in my voice and watch JYM's frustration build after he listened to me vent about, I'm sick and tired of these pre-workouts out there being all stimulants, no nutrients. I'm a consumer. Kevin, you're a consumer. You used to take these products. I used to take these products. Let's shoot this video talking about pre-gym. So he saw that progression. He saw literally the inception of this brand and what we were doing and why we were doing it. Because we were angry, at least I was really angry, because I felt that I had been duped for a long time. So he really saw the history of the brand being built from the foundation and the pipes that were laid within that foundation.
I was mind blown because I didn't know the difference between pre-workout A, pre-workout B, and pre-workout C, and protein A, B, and C. So the education behind Mike and JYM is what really made me fall in love with the brand of JYM and fall in love with, wow, like the products are actually here for a reason in terms of results, not just profits. And I remember him telling me the numbers of how much the pre-workout cost to make back in the day, back when they were starting the brand. And how much the cost was compared to all these other brands. And obviously in a business standpoint, it does not make sense to do that. It makes sense to have a lower cost, to have higher profits, but I really got behind the brand when I knew that that was not their main focus. So linking up with the best pre-workouts and then learning how to work out more efficiently through his philosophy in terms of programming the right way, took my fitness and my health and wellness journey to the next level. I'm not just about gaining weight. I'm not just about losing weight. My goal is to get you as strong as possible, keep your mobility, keep your stamina up. So essentially becoming the best athlete within yourself. And an athlete could be someone who's an avid hiker, or maybe you're a football player or a basketball player. So it really, for me, I think the people that I'm gonna resonate most with is the people who wanna look their best, but also perform their best. So not just bodybuilding and aesthetics, but we got some aesthetics there, and we have the functional part to where you're gonna move the best too.